So hello guys, welcome to Karo Startup. Karo Startup is all about celebrating entrepreneurs, founders and builders. इसी कड़ी में लाइव हैं एक नए एपिसोड के साथ. We are with Mr. Dilip. So first of all, welcome to Karo Startup. So जानेंगे आपकी amazing journey के बारे में. What all amazing things you have been doing for the ecosystem, and we are excited to talk to you. So first of all, we'll start from the introduction. Who you are, what you do, आपकी company क्या करती है?
Thank you for inviting me for this podcast. I'm super excited to share a lot of insights about me and the startup as well. So myself, Dilip Singh, I'm a founder and CEO of Zipnow. We are mainly into serving the startups to build their minimum valuable product, and we used to do the product demand validation, where startups requires the strong market demand before building their MVP. That is foremost thing. I came from Hyderabad. My journey is very tough. I faced a lot of difficulties. I built multiple products.
So as you already mentioned, your journey is very tough. So take us through that. कि ये journey Zipnow की and how you came to this ecosystem when you thought you need to do a startup and ये जो पूरी journey वो start कैसे हुई and how it is exactly going.
Before starting the Zipnow, I used to build a SaaS product for SMEs, small business enterprises.
Okay.
It's a productivity tool. That's the first product. That's the first company I started in 2020. I thought the product is fantastic. It's built in assumption.
Every entrepreneur thinks that.
Yeah. It's built in assumption. We haven't tested, the market demand. That's the first product. This, it's a kind of fresher. I enter into this. It's my first product.
And this was in year 21.
2020.
Okay.
2020. This is the first product, and we haven't got proper response from the businesses. Unfortunately, the product went off in 2020 itself in the November. So we built another product called HR Next. It's an HRMS tool for especially for design to the startups.
HR Next. Okay.
Yeah. The second product. Then it goes well. It goes well, and we did. So we put our 100% efforts on the building the product and all that. Again, the same mistake which I did in the first product, same happens in the second product. I didn't even notice that. Still, it's going on and all that. Then we got around 10 to 15 customers within the 6 months. Then later on, we got very bad responses, very bad reviews from the customers. Actually, we need to build an exciting product to them, which is very useful to them. But unfortunately, we haven't did the feedback iterations. We haven't refined the product. Then that product went off. It's failed product. So we built and triumphed. It's a virtual makeup product.
Okay.
Where you can able to, without having the lipstick on your face, you're able to see whether this lipstick is suitable for me or not. By doing the skin analysis and all that.
Got it.
That's a product. Then fourth one is the Zipnow. That's how we started.
So you have built multiple products. So you have been a tech guy from the day one? Like you were into tech?
Yeah, I'm into the tech.
Okay.
Yeah, I do coding. I write coding. Yeah.
The thing, first of all, the solution that you are building is very important because when we start a startup, first thing is a good product, right? And people don't understand the value of actually product and app. So people usually confuse a app with a product. Product is a whole different game. It is a whole journey. You think of an idea, you think how the customer journey will look like, and then you validate that, and then you go into development. App is just a part, right? So very underrated sector and very important also, right? So what is that one gap that you saw? Obviously you failed 3 times and then you got into this. Even right now also a lot of people struggle with a good product development team, and even when they start they don't have a lot of money to start with. So what is the biggest gap in the market right now? And if I'm starting, so what is the right way to build a product, right product, not just app?
So I'll break it down into the steps.
Sure.
The step 1 is to do the product validation. The product demand validation test. What does it mean is, first you need to know what problem you're going to solve into the market.
Right.
Okay. and what was your offerings. Second one is you need to run the campaigns by building the high landing converting pages. So that is one thing where you can able to measure the metrics like CTA, CTR, CPC, cost per lead, CPL. So you need to measure all these metrics. You don't have the product in the hand, but you're just selling the product without having the real product. I think this is the first foremost thing that you need to do before building any product. It will cost around 15 to 20,000 rupees. That's it. But you will get the validation, right? Whether this product is going to sell in the market or not. If it is selling into the market, then fine. Then go to the MVP. Don't build the full product. Build the minimum valuable product. Okay, then just build a lean MVP based on the metrics, based on the sign-ups, wait list. People used to just take a call with them. What made you interest to purchase this product?
Right.
Then they'll give the feedback.
Actual feedback.
You get the actual feedback. Based on the actual feedback, you build a minimum valuable product. After building the MVP, then validate it. Based on the feedbacks, based on the validation, you build the full product. Then this is how that things will work out. Most of the founders is to do, they just build the MVP without doing the product demand validation. That's a mistake.
So when we start a company, जब हम product बनाने की सोचते हैं, we thought of a budget कि ठीक है, I'll put this XYZ amount into this, right? कि for example 1 lakh, 2 lakh, 5 lakh, whatever, right? When we actually try to build the product, जब हम MVP बना लेते हैं, and when we get into that whole life cycle of going into proper product, we realize कि ठीक है, I've thought of budget of 5 lakh, but this is going to cost 15 lakh, and that is the actual thing that happened with me or any other company, right? So how do we manage that? Even as a beginner, you are starting up, you don't have a lot of money. So how do we build that proper product जहाँ से customer मुझे पैसा पे करना start कर दे, and then I'll iterate and I'll modify my product later.
So the first thing is, as I told you before, you do the product demand validation. Okay, आपको you'll get to know who is the customers. उसका data आपका पास आ जाता. Right. Data आ गया ना आपके पास. अब उसको कॉल करो, रिक्वेस्ट करो, what made you interest to build up, what made you to interest to purchase the product, आपको क्यों प्रोडक्ट बाय करना, आपको क्या चाहिए प्रोडक्ट में,
बिल्कुल,
understand these things,
and what are the things that you don't like in current MVP maybe.
Yes, of course, we need to take the both sides. We need to take the feedback from the positive side, we need to take the feedback from the negative side, both sides. So that makes you understand what features needs to be built in the start, priority. Based on that, you build a lean MVP. So you can sell it to the customer. हम बना दिया solution. I think this is fit for you. You don't pay 100 rupees, you pay 20 rupees. At least you are getting some income, right?
Right.
So you sell it to the 200, 300 customers. Then आपको पास पैसा आ जाता. Then what are the features that needs to be built? Build that later on. If you want to build full MVP, it will take a lot of cost. If you want to build full MVP in the less cost, then you need to do these things.
And I believe that is a lifelong journey. So आप फीडबैक आते जाएंगे, you'll keep improving, adding features and all. तो वो कभी खत्म नहीं होता. Product development is a whole life cycle, right?
Yes,
so that keeps going.
That keeps going, yeah.
Right.
Based on the customer feedback.
So you are into a service जहाँ पे startups का सबसे important part होता है product development. वहीं से they go into the market and sell their whatever service and product they are selling. So you have worked with lot of startups. Why do you think startups fail these days?
See, the first mistake every founder does, as I did. A product है, आपका पास product idea है,
ठीक है.
Okay, वो product का customer लेता नहीं लेता. Will they able to buy the product or not? Most of the startup founder, they build in assumption. अरे ये आगे idea है, product is super, चलेगा market में, build करो, चलो जल्दी team लेके आओ, co-founder, पैसा है, पैसा भेजता, हो गया, चलो start करो, हो गया. It runs. You should not build in assumption. You should build the product in reality. See, the first mistake is they used to build the product in assumption. Okay. Second mistake is they used to build the they don't build MVP. पूरा product बनाता, then market में जाता. They used to spend a lot of money,
money, everything.
time, everything.
Hmm.
That doesn't work at all.
Right.
The market is very very ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा competition है. You should be very super smart. If you want to build a $1 billion company, you should be very super smart.
100%.
So you need to have a rocket science human intelligence. Then only you can able to build an world class products.
You have worked with a lot of startups. So what is one mistake that every founders make? What do you think?
Gen Z nowadays, Gen Z guys are Gen Z founders ज़्यादा हो गया market में. They used to do fancy thing.
Go about fancy ideas. Also.
Fancy ideas आता.
Hmm.
अरे भाई ये दोस्त ने बोला ये आइडिया सेट होता मार्केट में, चलो प्रोडक्ट बिल्ड करना.
Without validation.
Without validation. प्रोडक्ट बिल्ड करना, भेजना. लेटर ऑन दे विल गेट टू नो अरे आइडिया काम नहीं कर रहा, पैसा ज्यादा वेस्ट हो गया, अभी क्या करना.
For example, I have thought of starting a startup or any founder. What should they do before actually building?
Without funding, you can't build any product. I believe in that. Even if you are a single founder, without having the capital, you can't do anything, to be honest. So I think first of all, you need to have a minimal capital, not huge.
Right.
To validate that idea. देखो अभी most of the founders what they used to do is idea आ गया mind में. Okay. The mistake they used to do is like product build करना जल्दी से जल्दी. Whether it is a SaaS product or whether it is an physical product, जल्दी से जल्दी product build करना. And customer के पास जाना. This is what we build. Would you like to purchase it or not? उसका पास कैपिटल थोड़ा सा है, ज्यादा नहीं है. थोड़ा सा कैपिटल से they build the product. गया मार्केट में, कस्टमर के पास गया, ये हम प्रोडक्ट बना दिया, अब प्रोडक्ट सेल करना आपको, डू यू वांट टू बाय इट और नॉट? दे सेड ऑफ कोर्स नॉट. क्या होता, कैपिटल वेस्ट हो गया,
बिल्कुल
फेल हो गया. आई थिंक दैट इज समथिंग they should not do.
As you already mentioned, and that is the right thing. Product you can't scale or build actual product without funding. You build a MVP, then you arrange money maybe from customers or maybe from investors. तो अभी क्या है कि when we start तो we don't have an idea of a budget. तो you are a founder actually building products. तो मैं आपसे जानना चाहता हूँ what is the actual budget to build a good app, very great application that you say जो scalable भी हो. कितना पैसा लगेगा एक अच्छा एप्लीकेशन बनाने में?
Approximately 1.5 lakhs to 5 lakhs. 1 लाख से 5 लाख. अच्छा सा प्रोडक्ट, अच्छा सा MVP बना जाता.
And that can be scalable and
that can be scalable for sure. So we have built recently medical tech product. We build it in 3.5 lakhs. Now they are doing the pilot test.
And that you built from scratch.
We build it from scratch. They're getting good response. We are handling everything. If the founder work is to do the pilot testing, our work is to do the retreating the system. That's it.
So when you are building a product, you are just like a co-founder to a founder, right? क्योंकि tech is main part. When you build a product, जब आप product बनाओगे, फिर बेचना is the only thing that is left, right? So वो process कैसे काम करता है, and how do you deal and suggest startups also? For example, if someone comes to us, even you have to give them ideas कि ये काम करेगा, ये नहीं करेगा. How does that process look like? And अगर आप product partners के पास जा रहे हो, what is something that everyone should do so that founders को भी एक validation मिले, idea मिले कि I am doing something good in products idea, मैं सही direction में जा रहा हूँ कहीं जा रहा हूँ.
I'll give you the simple use case. हमारे पास एक startup है.
ठीक है.
He was a doctor actually. He was building a fantastic product. It's a good idea actually. Market में ज़्यादा demand है. He's from non-tech background actually. वो क्या करता है? What he'll do is पूरा से पूरा tech part from building from scratch, reiterating, refining the product, everything we used to handle.
Nice.
Okay, what he will do it from front end is he need to onboard the doctors, onboarding the in clinics, onboarding the patients. The founder job itself is a salesperson. Yeah. So if you have an minimum traction, if you have a basic traction, let's say if you have 200 to 1500 customers, the product itself is validated. Market में super validate हो गया. So you don't have to think about it. Immediately then you can able to raise the pre-seed funding. Before pre-seed funding, you are getting lots of funding from the government, grants. We are just collaborating with the incubators as well.
Yeah, they're actually helping, right?
Yeah, they are helping a lot. So we help startups to get the funding as well. We recommend the incubators. These are the startups we have. Product अच्छा है. I'll send this guy to you. If you're okay with that, you're okay with your panel members, then funding दे दो. So we used to recommend startups to reach out to the incubators as well. So they'll get the funding. So again they'll come to us to build the product. Yeah. So once you have a funding, you can able to build a lean MVP. After that, you get a traction. Once you get a traction, then you can able to raise the pre-seed funding. Then you can able to build the full product.
Right.
Then again traction, and again you need to get a lot of customers. Others you can able to see the revenue. Yeah. Then expansion karna.
So you talked a lot of talked about validating the demand, right? So how do we do that practically as a founder? How do we validate that demand?
The first one is to create a landing page, which is high converting landing page.
Okay.
Where you need to show the features of your product, okay, and the problem that you are going to solve, okay, and pricing, and you need to keep a CTS, call to action, such as join wait list, click here to get early offer, and contact us,
Right.
add the contact form as well. That's about the landing page. The second step is to run and targeted audience ads. You can run an ads on Meta. You can run ads on Google. You can run ads on LinkedIn as well. So you'll your audience, your target audience will be able to see your ads.
Yeah.
So if they would like to purchase the product or purchase the services from you, they'll click on it. They'll redirect to your website. Okay. If the pricing is worked out, the pricing is working out, okay, they will click on buy. Okay, you'll just put it in the wait list. Okay. So that if the price, here you can able to validate the pricing also. Right. Let's say you're keeping 1,000 rupees as a monthly plan, or as you're keeping 5,000 rupees as a quarterly plan. So whether the pricing is matching towards it customers or not, whether they can able to afford the price or not. So you're able to get the pricing intent also here. So you'll get to know by these metrics. You need to calculate this cost to action, CPL, cost per lead. Okay. I need to calculate the click through rate. You need to there are many metrics are there. So you need to calculate all these metrics. Based on that, you will get to know whether this is
Actually, interest of the people.
interested or not. So after that, you can able to get the demand intelligence report from us. If you take the services from us, you'll get a demand intelligence report.
You rightly said, but how long should that validation take? कितना समय लेना चाहिए for that right validation?
See, minimum, you can take up to 7 to 14 days, approximately. A week or two.
Hmm.
That is very most important. At least 2 weeks, so that you will get to know. You need to reach a lot.
Hmm.
Targets को ज़्यादा reach होना. So it cannot be done in week. At least you need to take 2 weeks of it.
And you talked about you provide demand intelligence report. So what is that exactly?
So here you are getting the summary of your idea.
Okay.
You're able to see the demand summary.
Hmm.
Score है.
ठीक है.
You are able to see the score here, right?
7,800.
It's 7,800.
Out of
78% score.
okay. Got
Okay.
it. Got it.
78% score.
Hmm.
Demand score is 78%.
Nice.
You're able to see the cost per qualified lead.
Hmm.
Per lead cost is 6,800.
Hmm.
Okay.
Hmm.
So qualified lead wait list. The total market reach is 52,840 rupees.
Hmm.
Okay. The total budget is 30,000.
Hmm.
So where you can able to get the executive summary like this.
Nice.
Okay. And you can able to see audience intelligence as well.
Hmm.
So how many audience intelligence are there? Let's say for this product, we have the audience startup founders, incubator managers, early stage teams and others. You're able to see the data from here.
Got it.
All right. So this is the audience intelligence. We used to have multiple intelligence metrics based on the KPIs. We're getting it from ads.
Hmm.
Based on that, we used to build a demand intelligence report where actual founder needs it before building their full product or MEP. So it can cost around 20 to 25,000. It's very reasonable price, very affordable price.
So one very important question, and this is the mistake that we also did when we started this. So as a founder, when we start a company, for example, try to build a product की idea सोच लिया कि ये बनाना है, तो एक प्रॉब्लम ये होती है कि टेक स्टैक क्या रखना चाहिए, राइट? क्योंकि at a given point of situation different है, for example React है, Node है, whatever. So how do we decide the right tech stack for our app?
See, I would suggest you first one is go for the front end. Just move ahead with the React.
Okay.
React Next.js. The back end, and you go ahead with this Node.js. For hosting and deployment, you go ahead with AWS. And for database, PostgreSQL, Superbase ko chale jao. Okay, that's it.
So as a founder, when you outsource your development stuff to agency, for example, to you or anyone, right? How do we avoid that being overcharged या mislead? क्योंकि I don't have an idea. I am from non-technical background. कितना पैसा लगेगा, कितना time लगेगा, and that is the only loop that founders get stuck into. कि उधर से आ रहा है टाइमलाइन कि इतने दिन में बनेगा, ये प्रॉब्लम है, एंड फाउंडर्स को एग्जैक्टली नहीं पता होता है कि एक्चुअल में ये प्रॉब्लम है कि नहीं. पीछे से टेक्निकल बंदा बोलेगा कि ये बग आ गया, ये कोड फट गया. So how do we do that कि पैसे भी right लगे, ज़्यादा नहीं लगे, and track everything as a non-technical person?
First, you need to prepare the PRD document. It's called Product Requirement Documents. उसमें clearly mention करो. Break down all the features into the one document. Put up milestones. इस milestones को deliverable होना. Why it cost? What are the tech stack you used? So that you can able to track everything at once. So I think this is something which cannot be overpriced. आपका पूरा से पूरा evidence रहता. Right. You just put everything in the paper. To ask them to give in the paper itself.
Do agreement and timeline also.
Timeline is very important.
Right.
So yeah.
And AI is a very I would not say is a buzzword because this is everywhere, right? So how do we see that adaptation of AI into this product development nowadays, and how do you see the whole scenario जो अभी चल रहा है AI युग, and as a founder how do we adapt that?
I think building the product with AI is a good thing. If you build the product manually, it takes 6 months. If you build the product with AI, it will take 2 months. It's a good thing actually.
And
you need to use the AI to build product effectively.
Not just get the hype, not just get into hype thing कि hey, put everything into AI.
No, you should not put everything into the AI. It will make something different product. What actually you have in the mind. Yeah. So execution में problem हो जाता है, product execution में. So that's very important. Should not depend 100% on AI. 70% is dependable. 30% we have to use the human intelligence instead of artificial intelligence.
Right. And you have been to service sector. So service sector is no doubt the lucrative sector, but still on the other side, that is a very underrated and I would say very difficult sector to operate in, right? क्योंकि timelines होते हैं and how you deal with people, you have to deal with people. So very difficult to operate and in terms of payment also a lot of struggle and all that stuff, right? And people usually they don't scale that much at that level like product side does, right? So as a founder, what do you think, what are the biggest challenges of running a service company that you have also faced? And if even if someone is starting, so what all they should keep in their mind, whatever service company they are starting, कि कैसे डील करना चाहिए, कैसे क्या चीजें ध्यान में रखनी चाहिए?
Service companies, it's literally very difficult to run the company.
No doubt.
I would say trust and transparency is the only key to make the company very big. That's it, as simple as that. Uh, you need to be you need to be very friendly with your team. You need to be very, we need to build a trust with the client. So you need to handle the both things at once.
And service is all about dealing with people, right? And the communication, the relationship, everything matters in service-based business. So you as a founder or you as a company, how do you do that with your customer? कैसे एक अच्छा relation बनाए so that काम smoothly चलता रहे?
The first thing is I tell to my employees every weekly 2 review meetings होना. This is what we did, what you need. आपको what we build is aligned in your mindset or not. Align हुआ कि नहीं हुआ? Align नहीं हुआ. So based on that, we reiterate the product. So that's one thing. And second one is we used to call every once in a week, twice in a week to the customer. We used to speak friendly. कैसा हो सर? क्या हुआ? Product अच्छा हुआ? कुछ problem है क्या? How we can able to solve that problem? So I used to make a healthy relationship with the client. As a founder, I need to do that.
Right, that's your job.
So you need to make a healthy relationship with the client.
And you talked about employees. So services are 24/7 industry.
Yes.
Anytime you can get message from client and you have to do that. We also face that. So in that case, you need to have very motivated and good employees and good co-workers in your team, right? So how do you maintain that environment and how do you hire good people so that they can fit into that particular ecosystem?
Finding out the right talent is very difficult.
For every
Everybody wants to work in remote only. Nobody wants to come to the office.
No doubt. That's the first question they ask when you open a hiring.
Yes. So I think it's a debatable point. First, you need to look at their experience while you're talking with them, how they are able to respond to you. Let's say if you call at 12 o'clock, it's non-working hours. It's not a working hours. They need to answer the call, and if they're responding to you, he was the right candidate for you. Not only the once or twice, but multiple times. If you call at 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, if he responds to your call, it means he was very motivated. Yeah. So I have one employee in my company. I used to call him at 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. He used to answer the call. Yeah, Dilip, tell me, how can I help you? Whose problem है क्या? I used to treat him as a co-founder. As simple as that. So that's how we do.
And one more thing, in terms of companies who are operating on a basis ki, for example, if I want to build a app like, for example, urban company, कि मुझे services, salon services देनी है. So they have already built this app, नाम change करके, code में थोड़ा बहुत फेर बदल करके, just give you the same app, right? In just 20,000, 30,000, whatever. And I know the reality, you know the reality कि वो फटेगा चलता नहीं है. तो lot of people get into that. मैं अभी तक देता हूँ lot of founders से कि ठीक है 2 लाख 5 लाख कौन देगा, just pay 30,000 and directly get that app, एक week में मिल जाता है. So how do you do that? What do you think about that? How as a founder should react to that? उस trap में कैसे ना फंसे? What is the cons of that?
Okay, the first one is you need to look is comprise why he was giving the less cost. See, अभी if you take any product in the cheap price, उसमें थोड़ा गलती है.
Right.
You need to understand that. Let's take an example of Apple iPhone. It's much costly compared to some other Android iPhones. Sorry, Android phones. You know, and why it is so costly? It has a lot of security features, privacy. You know, so high price products have high quality. Low price products have low quality. So in the app maybe you need to check which backend technology they use, whether they use the Flutter or whether they use the native React. You need to check all these things. And this backend में code कैसा है, bugs है क्या, errors है. You cannot see the bugs in the front end. You're able to see the bugs from back end. So you need to check all these things. So again, whether this technology is scalable or not. Some they used to get some APIs and लेके आके integrate करके हो गया, खत्म हो गया, build हो गया. So I think that doesn't work. You need to build everything from scratch.
When it comes to companies who are developing products, तो बहुत सारी companies है,
Yes.
right? Even you can't count them, right?
Yes,
Thousands
yes.
and thousands of companies. So you are still operating into that sector. Why so? And how do you see other people competition को? क्योंकि this market is very cluttered, right? बहुत लोग आ गए हैं, हर बंदा प्रोडक्ट ही बना रहा है, वेबसाइट ही बना रहा है, कॉलेज से निकल के हर बंदा वेबसाइट डेवलपमेंट कंपनी खोल के बैठा है. So how do you see that?
See, actually, we're not into that. We mainly focusing on startups to build the products,
Actual product, not just app.
actual product. So we are only focusing on startups only. You can look. There are lots of agencies out there. They used to charge lakhs of rupees, but we are not like that. We build lean MVP. We charge 1.5, 2 lakhs, 3 lakhs में MVP बना के दे देंगे. That's it. Then later on, if they want to make any, while doing they are doing the pilot testing. Back end, we used to handle the tech. If they want to build any, kind of features, if you want to, make the scalable product, we used to do it from back end. They can able to handle from front end as a pilot testing.
जैसे स्टार्टिंग में when you go to agency or any companies तो MVP बन गया and then product बन गया आपके पास. So there comes a time जहाँ पे आपको actual में you have to hire people, right, in house. चाहे आपके CTO हो गए and whoever technical person are, when you have enough money या funding आ गई. So what is the right time to transit from going from a outsider outsourcing partner to a in-house team? क्योंकि that is also important in long term, क्योंकि
Yes.
आपको बंदे in-house चाहिए. Either agencies guys sit with them, they send their guys कि ठीक है आप इनके साथ dedicatedly काम करो. So क्या right time होता है उस चीज का?
So when you have a early customers, let's say if you have 100 customers, if you have 100 paying customers, then I think that is the best, time to hire the in-house team. Up to then, you need to give the product for outsourcing. So actually, we build the MVP and we'll hand over to the client. Okay, if they hire the CTO, if they need any support, any customization, if they want to add any other implementations or anything else, we'll support to them. We'll send our team to their team to build the product.
Got it.
Yeah.
What is your actual take on build first and break things?
I would modify it. Test fast, then build what it works. Breaking things is fine, but building blindly is expensive.
We have seen so 90% of the MVPs actually fail. So why do you think? What is the reason for that?
Most of the MVPs they build for validation. So instead of that, first validate it, then build the MVP. This will save a lot of time, money, the efforts you put towards the building MVP. I think because of this, they used to build for validation, not they need to build. First they need to validate, then build the MVP, not before that.
This is my favorite question. So what is your one personal advice that you would want to give to the founders, because you have been working with them? So what is one advice?
Be honesty, be curiosity, behave intelligently. Okay, you should be super smart. Yeah, you should be a great learner. Okay, I feel Founders is not like doing the government job and all that. Founder is something learning every day,
Hmm.
continuous learning of technologies, continuous learning of trends,
Hmm.
continuous learning of market. So it's a learning continuously. Job itself is a learning continuously.
Hmm. And when you were doing job and when you started a company, right? So what change you have figured out in yourself? क्या क्या चीज़ें बदल गई? You as an individual, you as a person. What do you think कि क्या individually have changed for you?
Before starting the company, I used to get a lot of time. After starting the company, I became a super smart, busy
Hmm.
with the client calls, the employees, meetings, traveling and all that. So I became a super busy right now.
Hmm. And one more question that is important for all the service founder. How do you automate the process? क्योंकि as I already mentioned कि service is a 24/7 game, right? कभी भी हो सकता है. While you are doing this podcast, how do you manage that कि your whole team is working behind and managing everything in your absence?
Because I have a great team
Hmm.
to handle everything.
So how do you manage that processes? How do you build that processes?
Because we are using the systems.
Hmm.
We have the system to handle everything. We use AIs to we use agentic AIs to manage the whole system. We have the automation agentics. They used to do everything, assigning the task, completing the task, everything.
Hmm.
As simple as that.
Thank you so much. And as I already mentioned, so you are building the most important part for any founders or startup journey, building the first thing, product, right? So that is the far most important thing. So, and I wish you all the best and keep doing good things from the ecosystem and all the best.
So thank you for inviting me this podcast. It's very wonderful to talking with you and the Karo Startup team. I'm super excited to provide lots of services to the startups in terms of building their products, in terms of they want to validate the demand.
सो यूजुअली क्या होता है ना कि लोगों को प्रोडक्ट डेवलपमेंट का एक्चुअल मीनिंग पता नहीं होता है सो ऐप इज़ अ डिफरेंट थिंग एंड प्रोडक्ट इज़ अ होल डिफरेंट जर्नी राइट if you are building a product trying to build a product right if you are planning to start a company and confused about building a right MVP in product so here's your idea you can connect with him and subscribe and follow Karo Startup for more such videos amazing video thank you again